Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with a little update on Jessica Kent. We're also going to talk about Alicia Doherty doing the same thing that I just talked about last time, and also a little tidbit at the end about Colleen Ballinger. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, guys, so what I want to talk about in this video is Jessica Kent. Where is she and what is she going to do going forward? Here is my hypothesis, and I want to know how you guys feel about this as always. My hypothesis for Jessica is she is desperately trying to figure out how she is going to save her channel that she imploded herself. For so many things to come out about her in such a short period of time and so many holes in her story, some people really do feel personally hurt by her being exposed as a liar and somebody who essentially used a community that she was not even fully involved in or living by her own rules. When you make a community your kind of like your thing, like you care about this community and you care about the people that are involved in it and you want to hear their stories and they want to hear yours. I said this in a video a while ago, but it creates a different kind of parasocial bond because you're sharing the most personal and deeply painful sometimes stories from your life. Sometimes stories that you don't necessarily like to relive, but because you feel like you are in a safe place talking to a safe person, you are more willing to share details that might be way far back in your memory that you know that they're there, but you don't like necessarily reliving them. And I think that's why her downfall is a little different than other downfalls that we've seen on YouTube, where people are exposed and then they lose their popularity and have a very hard time coming back if they ever do at all. With her, it is very personal. And all that she has done over the last couple of days is post one video on her TikTok. She is not active on YouTube. She's not, growing at all. Funny how quickly she got to that 1 million subscriber mark and then nothing. Either way, it's been a month and there's nothing there. She hasn't posted on her Instagram since June 2nd, where she was bragging about that YouTube plaque that she supposedly received from YouTube. I will also share with you guys, I had one of my Instagram subscribers send me a little something where on eBay you can actually have a YouTube plaque made for yourself. Just putting it out there, not making any claims, not saying that that's what Jessica did or didn't do, but I do want to still put it out there as we're having this conversation that it is very easy to have this made. And never forget, she is also the person who made her own TikTok 1 million follower plaque. TikTok doesn't give out plaques, but it was so important to her, she went ahead and had one made, which I find just extremely cringeworthy. But I'm not sure what Jessica is going to do with this. It is really unfortunate that she made such a name for herself, all of that to throw it in the garbage, not handle the exposing properly, because she wants to point fingers and not take accountability and continue to be dishonest with her followers. And all of this is playing out online, negatively impacting her children, embarrassing her children. Now, she did on YouTube delete some of the videos about Reese, and that was right after they went to court. So it was either right before or right after. So what I think happened, she was made to remove the videos because those videos did nothing to help anybody but her. For the Ride and Cry crew to believe her narrative, her story, and continue to go along with what she was telling them, those videos came out. They were not there to help anybody else. They were not to, oh, I'm an advocate, oh, I'm trying to help people, oh, I'm trying to educate people. Girl, be for real. Most of us that were subscribers and we were along for the ride and believing you are giving you so much side eye right now because people are not as stupid as you think they are. And that's why we're here. There have been a lot of conversations happening over on Reddit. I'll link it down below in case you guys want to go take a look over there. But the one thing I want to say is evidently Mindy, who was living with Jess and is, one of the ones who has been very vocal with the things, this is what it's like living with Jessica Kent, has entered herself into treatment for her mental health. And this is something that nothing on the internet should ever lead somebody to this being the outcome. So I am upset by hearing that. I hope it's what is best for her. I hope that she is healing. I hope that she is, able to do what she needs to do to take care of herself, because nothing that's happening online should ever put somebody in that position. And that's how I feel. So I was upset seeing that, but if that's what's best for her, that is what's best for her. This whole Jessica Kent downfall thing has just been simply upsetting to witness, and I've done my best to try to keep up with it and so on and so forth. But the amount of people that she has negatively impacted by the things that she has said and done is so widespread. I don't really know if I don't think that things will ever be the same for her on social media. They definitely won't be where they were when she was kind of at her peak, because, I mean, why would most people want to come back and support somebody who, we have seen who they are, and I think a lot of us are on that same page. The next thing I want to talk about for a quick moment is Miss Alicia Doherty. Now, Miss Alicia Doherty decided to ask her son if he was wearing underwear.
Her hair, like, dog hair. You're snuggling the dogs. Are you wearing underwear?
I don't understand what her fascination is with having to talk about undergarments and bathroom habits on her YouTube videos, but I find this to be just disgusting. There's really no other way to describe somebody who repeatedly is talking about underwear and bathroom stuff, and are you wearing underwear? Are you naked? Are you talking about children that have accidents in their bed? Like, this is so hurtful, and it is going to so badly impact these kids when they get older, knowing that she went ahead and shared this with all of their millions of followers. So my advice for Alicia, I know that it's not worth anything to her because I'm simply just an obsessed hater, but my advice to her would be, for the love of God, if you're not going to protect your children, bare minimum, hire somebody to edit your damn videos. Because the small things that are put in her videos consistently that are embarrassing and hurtful to her children, it could be a whole montage by this point. And as these kids continue to get older, the impact can amplify and get bigger and more embarrassing, because now the kids are older and they have friends and they have friends of friends, and everybody knows that you're the Doherty dozen, Miss Alicia, the redhead who exploits her children on YouTube. Everybody knows who they are, especially where they live. Locally, they are well known, and I think Alicia likes it and thrives off of it. But bare minimum, I don't, because I doubt that she's going to take her kids off the platforms she's on anytime soon, but maybe spend a little bit of money to either edit the videos yourself, which I don't think she'll ever do, or hire an editor. Alicia, it's really interesting the way that she will splurge on certain things and then go super cheap on other things. Like I just talked about her buying her dog's rawhide, which is usually one of the cheapest dog treats that you can give your dogs. And they're also life threatening if, ingested incorrectly by the dogs. But you have the finances. People have the finances to do better and they choose to not do better, even when there's a huge amount of education out there. I just don't understand, and it's upsetting because children have their most intimate moments put on social media. You have dogs that could literally die. You have kids, when they're adults, they're going to have to look back on this and unpack it, possibly with a therapist. And the Doherty Dozen fans stand on the damn sidelines. They cheer and they cheer some more and they tell Alicia how wonderful she is. But to be quite honest, I'm disgusted by her and all of the stuff that she does consistently and repeatedly online. The last thing I want to throw in the end of this video real quickly is I don't feel bad for Colleen Ballinger. And I know that some people who were her fans and all of that feel pity for her. Like they feel sorrow. I do not feel even a sand grain amount of sorrow for Colleen. In fact, I wish that this would have happened 3 years ago when Adam initially came out with his first video. I wish that we didn't have to wait 3 years. I wish that Adam didn't have to go through 3 years of being dragged by Colleen's fandom and her orchestrating everything behind the scenes in direct messages. I wish that we didn't have to allow all of that time to pass for some form of justice to be served. Now, I don't know how far this thing is going to go, but bare minimum, at least the conversation is loud enough now where we can hope that her shows won't, be sold out anymore and people won't be buying her merch like they used to, and her video views will not be what they used to. At the bare minimum. So I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel an ounce of sorrow or sadness that she blew up the platform that she built. She knew what she was doing. It was very calculated. She knew that she was talking to underage super fans behind the scenes, and she kept the conversation going. She chose the words to use with these underage kids, and she chose to ask them for dirt on her ex-husband and talk to Adam about NSFW topics and share NSFW photos of Trisha with Adam. And all of the receipts are coming out. It's a fast-moving situation, but the only thing I wish it wasn't 3 years of having to sit around and wait. I think that this is long overdue, and I don't feel bad for Colleen. Don't feel bad for what's going to happen in the future. And I hope that honestly, this is the biggest lesson of her life. And that's how I feel. I don't feel bad for her. To see people say, oh, well, I do feel bad for her. For what? She did this to herself. She orchestrated this, and she knew that the possible repercussions could be what's happening right now. The messages come out, everybody sees exactly who you are. You chose to continue going. So don't feel bad for her. I feel bad for people who are genuinely, good people that get handed a bad thing or situation. Don't feel bad for Colleen. So those are my thoughts for tonight. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.